I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I get up when I'm bleeding. Ready, breathing. I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
I'll never back down. Thought I was 6 feet under.
I still haven't gotten a notification yet.
About anything?
No, I mean, I got Mojo's.
That's weird.
For some weird reason. Maybe, you know what? I need to probably go in and
Yeah, you probably got to go
have
in
to
and
do that
update it
specific
and-
little
yeah.
thing where, yes, please, I would like to know.
I would like to get notifications that this is popping up.
Please let me know every single
And,
time.
and while
this
he's doing that, you guys
happens.
can
I'm
do the
not-
same thing. You know, you go to our Facebook page. It's the new one that we have is
Yes.
Defenders
Live Radio Show.
Defenders Live Radio Show. You go and you click the button, and then you can click the
do the
bell
things
that
and
says, "Hey, let me know. I want to know. I want to know.
Have you ever seen the rain?
I want to know."
Have you ever seen the rain?
That's right. So that
do.
you can know when we're on.
That way you can know that
Mm-hmm.
we, and then we know that you know
That we know
that you know
that we're on.
that, yes,
Right.
there we go.
Sure.
There we go. I don't know what's going on there, but whatever.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Actress Emilia Clarke.
And that lady is,
You would know her from the Game of Thrones
I've never seen that show. So
series.
I,
She's the one.
I want to, but
she's the one
unfortunately-
with like the white hair.
yeah, it's it's
She's
this,
the one with the dragons.
the dragons is
The
this
dragon lady.
dragon.
She's the dragon lady, and no, that's not a reference to any Asian culture at that point.
Are you sure?
Yep, I am. For this one
Oh,
anyway.
wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mother of Dragons.
Okay.
Yeah. That
Okay.
one. Created a comic book, superhero.
She did.
Yeah.
A superhero, because
Mm-hmm.
that's what we need is another superhero. Don't we? I mean,
Yes, we
we
do.
have to apparently. Don't.
Oh
let's
no,
see.
she's gonna be similar. Like the superhero is gonna have similar powers to like Spider-Man.
No, I'm sure.
Yeah,
like
they're gonna like
because-
swing.
But
from-
what's the
from
what,
place
like?
to
Okay,
place,
let's
you know?
this day and age, everything that's coming out, it's either has to be female. It's going to be
Yeah.
probably of some darker skin tone.
Right? Yeah.
Odds are it's probably going to be gay
Mm.
or transgender, one of the two.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, and it had to be something like Sparkles the Invincible or something weird.
Oh, see that would be. Well,
How close am I? Am I
no, actually, not that much.
really?
Not that close. Female.
In
yes.
this
female, yes.
Oh, it is concrete a female?
It is a female.
Oh, it's going to be
Straight
rejected.
female, yeah.
It's going to be rejected because,
But I think this
who
might-
is, hold on, but who is this lady to dictate what this character is?
Well, this is what I'm saying. The reason why we know that she's a female is because of her superpowers.
What does that mean? What do you mean what?
Her superpowers.
Her superpower.
Her superpowers.
And you know that she's a woman based off of her superpowers.
Yes, because they can only happen to women.
She can give birth at will?
No, actually, that would be astounding. But no,
Wouldn't that be? Like that would
That'd be
take
amazing.
that would make multiple man like
yeah,
to a whole nother level.
I know.
I just make more of me.
She's like, no, I can make more of everyone. No.
It is infinite.
No, that's not it. She is not a baby producing factory.
Okay.
that's not it. You want any other guesses?
I don't know. My brain keeps saying like can open a jar, but
No, because that's
Like-
only men.
that's why I backed out of that one. I was like,
No, not quite there. No, her superpowers come from menstruation.
What?
Yeah,
From
menstruation.
menstruation.
Menstruation. Yeah,
Menstruation.
menstruation.
You know that time of the month
Yes.
where
Right.
the
Hers is basically all the time, apparently.
that's disgusting.
Isn't it though?
So hold on.
Yeah.
Every superhero has their origin story is they were bitten by
yes.
something, they fell into something that was some. Does she menstruate and then smear it on herself, and that's how she becomes
Well, I mean, maybe she cleans it up.
I
mean, maybe Amelia cleans it up a little bit.
I was going to say.
I don't know. Anyway, continue. So
Keep going.
yeah. So it comes from menstruation, and she said that the character will swing from her armpit hair like Spider-Man.
Spider-Man doesn't swing from his armpit hair.
No, and that'd be really painful.
That would be. That was the first thing I thought of.
Incredibly
Was,
painful.
Oh,
like,
that. Any guy knows. And I'm sorry, unless you like as a woman have not ever shaved and like really have real hair, not stubble. Screw your armpit stubble. I'm talking real armpit hair. You want pain that I would argue rivals getting kicked in the nuggets.
Armpit hair pull?
Get one single armpit hair and pull it out.
I mean, it's a lot faster, okay?
Oh, no. So is getting kicked, but...
No. The pain ends a lot quicker.
Oh, no, I'll give you that. But I'm talking about...
The immediate
at the
shock.
peak and instant level. Yeah, it's right up there.
It's pretty good. Yeah, Clark
Oh.
told Variety that she was inspired to enter the comic book industry after seeing a gender disparity
No, shut up.
among the comic book characters
Shut
and creators
up.
and readers. Yeah, she said something didn't sit right with me in this exchange.
Could it be the idea that you have a lady who literally has her superpowers because she has that time of the month?
Because she bleeds
That's
all over the place.
disgusting.
It's really bad. Yeah, and all these signs were telling me maybe to go
To
make,
not?
to
To
go
not?
no to make my own
Oh.
way.
No.
She can go her own way.
Well, she needs to keep going
Well,
and keep going and don't stop because she needs to get out of here. I don't. Just. Does she really think, honestly,
yep.
that this is going to be successful?
Yes.
Does she
You want to
really
know why?
think that? Hold on, but I'm serious. Like, does she? Is she convinced that this character is going to somehow break through into the, say, Marvel universe because they're the most popular, and they're suddenly going, and this character is going to run toe to toe with the likes of Iron Man and Spider-Man and Captain America, and like a long time.
Maybe the Defenders, like Luke Cage. And,
They already have a woman on there though.
Yeah, but she could maybe like run with him.
But they already have a woman though.
But she could maybe.
No, if you look at the Defenders, each one they have a token demographic they filled in. They
Well,
have the
this
women,
is a token demographic.
I'm saying they have a woman.
Yeah.
They have a black guy.
Uh-huh.
They have one that one might be deemed questionable.
Yeah.
And then you have the overly aggressive white guy.
Right.
Ta-da.
I mean, that's true.
It's covered the whole thing.
Yeah, you got the whole gambit there.
There's nothing left.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can't
Well,
throw an extra in there.
no. She is a single mom.
Don't tell me that's her power too.
Well, no. She even assembled a team of female comic book creators and produced MOM,
Okay.
a comic book with a superhero character named Maya, who's a single mom.
What is the MOM?
Oh, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. You just wait.
Good.
You just wait.
Okay.
She said this was born from the idea that a single, the character, had this thought that just, she's a single mom that just gets shit done. Born from the idea that single mothers are superheroes. You need superhuman strength to do that. When you get into your 30s and your friends start having kids, you're like, oh my God, I was not aware of what it took. Holy shnikes.
I'm still not seeing the connection here. I
Yeah.
don't.
Mm-hmm. Her superpowers are manifest from the side effects of menstruation.
Oh, good.
Not just menstruation.
So
the
it's not
side
the
effects.
menstruation itself; it's the side effects.
Yeah, bloating, hair growth,
Stop.
Mood
Hold on. No.
swings.
Stop.
acne.
Stop. Oh
All of it.
no. We're covering
Yeah.
these one by one.
Yeah.
Bloating.
Bloating, yeah.
So
The
I
feeling
can-
that you're engorged.
Yes.
Just point-
So what happens is when this manifests and becomes useful is she on a plane that crashes into the ocean and
Yeah.
she saves everyone because she's so bloated she's able to be buoyant and therefore
maybe
keep everyone alive.
We're gonna get there. I think we're gonna get
Hair
there.
growth.
Hair growth. Like she can swing from
The armpit thing.
armpit hairs. Yeah.
Mood swings.
Mood swings.
Well, they already have a character that it's called the Hulk.
Yes.
The acne.
Actually, you have about 10 or 15
I know,
different characters.
I know.
but
Acne.
we're just- good one.
Acne. Well, no, mood swings, like because it's like as long as he's like enraged,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
easy for him to swing back and forth.
Yeah.
The acne part.
Acne.
So what is she? You know, she's in the middle of foiling a bank robbery, and then all of a sudden, yeah, she doesn't even have to touch it. She could just
Squeeze it out.
push real hard, and then all of a sudden, the zit explodes into his eye, and
Maybe. I don't know.
that's wow, acne.
Yes, yes. She
Okay.
continues on saying that we hate it when it happens. Speaking for myself and everyone I've ever met who has had a period, what if we turned that around and made the period something that we could feel as this unique and crazy superhuman thing that happens to our bodies?
Hold on, stop. It is.
It's incredible.
It is.
It's a scary thing.
because here's the deal. Like,
Who else can bleed for 7 days and not die?
I wasn't going to go that joke, but okay.
I mean, I
Well, no,
am.
but you have a point. It's a good point, but not just that. Like, let's be honest. Not every woman, and I'm not talking about the transgender community. Not every woman can menstruate. There's a point where, it stops for a lot of women. Some women can't do it at all because of, hysterectomies or whatever.
right.
There's
they don't have
situations-
that at all.
Yeah, there's situations in life, not every woman can have it. So every woman that does, even though you get upset and go, well, I feel fat, or oh, I have acne, or oh, the body hair, or oh, whatever insert,
Right.
complaint here,
Sure.
you are in a rare, in a small group of people.
Right.
And when you think about it, so it is a superpower.
Well, you have a superpower tonight,
I do.
and apparently Oblivion Flickering has found it out.
What is that?
Over on the Twitters, Dylan's deep voice broke my earbud. Did he swallow James Earl Jones?
I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. So yesterday I had kind of a sore throat.
Ish?
I mean, actually hurt. Like
Yeah.
That's not why we didn't do the show. We actually had bad storms. That's why we didn't do the show.
Yeah.
But
Bad storms yesterday, so we couldn't do the show because our power kept flickering.
yeah. And so, but no, today, so I'm fine. Like it doesn't hurt at all.
You just happen to have a sore throat.
But well, no, it's not sore.
It just sounds like it.
It just sounds like I have bronchitis or something.
And,
Which I
morning, you have that morning voice.
I know, and I'm
Like
not gonna
first thing,
lie.
wake up. The voice that we have when we first wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
The groggy,
Yeah.
deep growl
Yeah.
that you're not even trying to do. It's
I'm
just that's
not.
all you sound like.
I'm not.
first
but
thing in the morning.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like at this point, like I wish I sound like this on a regular basis.
Right.
I really do. Because I don't know. I know how I hear me.
And you like it.
How I hear me is badass.
Right.
I like it. I don't know how it sounds to y'all, but if I could sound like this forever, maybe I should.
It's
This is how I need to read books.
yes.
This is how I need to. know
yes.
these
It's
things.
called second puberty.
It is.
That's what happened.
Where's my this must be my superpower.
This is your superpower.
My voice went an octave deeper. That's awesome.
Gravelly.
There you go.
Super deep in gravel. All
I
right.
don't know. I can say it's I don't hurt. It doesn't hurt or anything. I just
Yep.
I can tell like I'm like an octave or two down.
Yeah. When Maya is scared, she goes invisible. When she's angry, she gets superhuman strength. She can swing like Spider-Man from her armpit hairs.
Now, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like, when it comes to this character, a lot of this.
Mm-hmm.
First off, the whole idea is stupid,
Yes.
and it just is.
Yeah.
But up until the armpit hair swinging thing, that could be an interesting idea.
Right.
You know what I mean? It wouldn't be bad.
Yeah. And she didn't she hasn't gone over the fact of the acne and all the rest of it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's a whole nother
Yeah.
thing.
Anyway, her comic book is coming out July 21st. It's MOM, otherwise known as Mother of Madness.
So is she a villain or a hero?
She's a
Or an
hero.
anti-hero?
The hero-ish.
Because the whole, when she gets scared, she goes invisible. That's the same thing the Invisible Woman did.
Yes, or what's her face from The Incredibles, the girl.
Oh,
Violet?
Violet, Invisigirl.
Yeah, Invisigirl. Yeah, Violet. That's what she did. She got scared, she'd go invisible, and it was a natural reaction.
But again, like a lot of that stuff I'm okay with. Once you start going into the stupidity, because just think about the picture of the drawing of the comic book of some lady doing this.
Right. And then swinging like this.
Well, and they're not going to
this.
have it, and they're not going to have that. You know they're not. What's going to happen is it's going to run from her armpit up, and they're going to hold it like that. So you're not going to be as dumb as I'm imagining it.
Oh no, it's
But
gonna
it's
be
still gonna be-
it's gonna be shooting out like this.
Yeah, it will, but just
no.
like yes, but what I'm saying is just like, you know, Peter Parker does like this and he catches it.
Yeah.
She's going to go like this and then catch it.
How's it? But it gets tangled.
Can you okay, so here's the funny part. So when
It gets tangled. It hurts.
when Peter Parker does his web,
Yeah.
it's all one cohesive thing.
Yeah, it's
one stream.
Yeah.
Now,
Actually, no, it's not.
well, no, I know it's not, but I'm saying
yeah.
it's projected into as one stream.
Right.
Armpit hairs are a lot of individual different ones.
Yeah.
Do you realize the amount of control it would take?
To shoot them all out the same direction, same time.
Direction, the same length, the same all of that across the board.
Yep.
And then get it to do what you want it to do. That does take concentration.
That is a talent.
Yeah.
That is definitely a talent.
One might call it a superpower.
John Doherty over there on the YouTubes. Let's be honest.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
Uh-huh.
That's just not
Also, he was
right.
saying that the title of it was obviously going to be something like Bloody Rain and the Adventures of the Monthlies.
That's the other question I have. So does that mean her powers are only good once a month?
No, I think it's all the time.
Oh, so she's one of those really rare ladies who are menstruating virtually 3-4 weeks out of the year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And if it is only once a month, like 1 week out of the month, really lame. Really lame guy.
I would so help you, Commissioner, but
I have another 2.5 weeks.
I've just started ovulating, so it will
2.5 weeks. I can't
or
help
2
it.
weeks. I'm sorry. I would love to help you. What would the I just thought about now since we're going into that. What would the signal be? Like the bat signal? Would it look like a tampon or a maxi pad or? I
Just like a giant floating uterus.
Oh.
Sounds good. It's the thing that it's the
The lining.
the outer shape of it, just the outline of the uterus.
It's not even a symbol. It's just someone took one of her shed linings and just raped it over the top, or draped it over the top of a spotlight.
That's not good.
Yeah, that's what happened. I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
Good times, great oldies.
Yep.
Yeah, poor Toby McAvoy over on Twitter. Yep, the episode title frightens me. And you should.
You
be.
should have been frightened.
You should have been. At least this particular superhero isn't like gay, trans,
whatever.
yeah, every single bit of
The
virtue
one
signaling
thing. The
that you
one
can do.
thing that's good about this.
That's the only good thing about it. Everything else is just like really.
By the way,
I hope she didn't sink a lot of
still a
money
free
into it.
slug over there on the Twitters.
Okay.
Mystery Men did it first and better with the PMS Avenger.
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder, could we turn around and?
Oh, we can make that work.
No, I know we could, but I was going to say, is there some way we can? There's got to be a lawsuit or something somewhere in there.
That's a great one.
The meme or
Yeah,
the GIF.
the GIF. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
thanks.
exactly what I imagine it to happen. She's like, I get you. Ah.
Yeah, that's not good.
This is just too good.
It's too good, but we gotta move on.
No, we
'cause-
don't.
Yeah, we do.
No, we don't.
Yeah,
Adam W. Johnson over on Twitter. I guess her kryptonite would be what? Pregnancy?
yeah, or the pill
The day after pill.
the day after. Yeah.
Her arch nemesis is like some Catholic priest. Contraceptive, you've struck again. Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice. Oh my God.
Not good.
I think it's funny.
Oh, it's great, but it's not good. It's just wow.
Asking for a friend Jackal, a superhero that only has powers once a week or less per month is kind of lame.
Yeah.
Peekful following that up with, but I bet she is super nagging powers 24/7, 365.
She's also a single mom, so you know
Yeah.
she can beat that ass.
Well, but then again, she might be worn down and stressed out.
Yep.
So she probably want to drown her kids every other day. And so there you go. Good.
Wait, I stole wait,
No,
what?
he's talking about Peekpool.
No.
Oh.
He said I just stole what joke?
Oh, because you
the
actually
week, 1 week a
said.
month. Yeah, okay. I didn't even see that
We
yet
didn't
on
see
Twitter.
it.
I'm sorry.
We didn't see it.
I'm sorry.
Really?
Asking for a friend, Jackal. I didn't see your tweet yet.
Are we really? You see, you give a man a microphone and suddenly you have to give him credit for everything.
I know, right?
God bless America.
Jeez.
I am a joke. I mean, you give me credit. Credit this, credit
And
that.
we were all thinking it. How can you
everyone-
take credit for that?
I know that's like the people who somehow there's some jackass who's collecting royalties off the Happy Birthday song.
Yeah.
Like that's just kind of like really
That's a
It's
douche move.
like, everybody
honestly.
does that one.
Yeah. That's a douche move, guy.
Oblivion flickering on Twitter. Leave it to a woman to claim that bitching is a superpower. Quote: "If you don't know what's wrong, I'm not going to tell you.
Well,
you
then
never
we're all-
listen anyway.
We're all done for then.
We're all doomed." Oh, Big Pharma Steve, thank you for checking in a day late.
Yeah, right?
We were worried yesterday. There was a story.
There was a story about a Steve
and we
who was a pharmacist.
and you weren't around. And
So we just needed to make sure you're good.
I'm glad that you're responding. Either that, or he's responding from Twitter in jail.
Oh, maybe, and that's why he's a day late, dollar short.
It could be. Could be. But he over on Twitter says, is this woman only going to be able to be a superhero once a month? If you need to be saved the week before, you can just go to hell. You should have thought about that when you said that thing 10 years ago.
Right.
And there you go.
Kathy over there on the Facebooks. Well, men can menstruate.
I like how you trailed that, Kathy. Thank you. Because you know that there's a part of her that was typing that and she couldn't type it with a straight face. We all know that,
You typed it and then you laughed.
Exactly. It's like, well, this is crap and we know it.
Yeah, it's not really there.
Salt Lake City Medical Marijuana Dispensary, Beehive Pharmacies, spelled Pharmacy. Because, it's weed, and so you have to be different. Apparently, when you're under the influence of marijuana, spelling is hard.
It is hard.
So there you go.
That's what I hear. I hear it's very
I
difficult.
don't know. I've never tried to spell when like 2
I've
or 3
never
times
been.
I've ever done weed.
I've just never been.
But anyway, the employees
Uh-huh.
work under a list of the medical cannabis program restriction and purchase limits. Utah legalized medical marijuana in 2018. Just as a little pretense. On a Thursday, helps if I can read. On a Thursday in October 2018, a handful of Utah's top lawmakers, representatives from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Sorry, what?
The representatives.
Uh-huh.
So it was lawmakers,
Yeah.
representatives from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and medical marijuana advocates filed into the Gold Room, an ornate space in the state capitol.
You know what?
They were there to protest.
I think we're going to have to hold this over to the break.
Oh, we are.
Yeah.
But just that setup right there alone.
Yeah.
You have lawmakers, you have
Mormons
and
and marijuana.
marijuana in one room.
All from the same people.
and none of them burst into flames.
I know. They can't even drink coffee. What the heck?
I wonder, did all the representatives from the Mormon church, did they all ride their bicycle there?
Maybe.
That's a good question.
It is. It's a very
does
good
the single
question.
mom drop her kids off at the grandparents all the time to quote unquote fight crime?
Mom, I'm fighting for justice.
Your father and I are going to bridge tonight. We can't watch the children. But mom, the city is at stake.
Our bridge is at stake. You know, Betty from across the street won last week.
She says her husband and her are better than us, and by God, we gotta prove her wrong. That two-timing hussy.
Can you take the kids with you then?
Just give them Benadryl, Mom. They'll be fine.
It'll be fine. Just put them to sleep.
It's just there's everything about this is so stupid. Because then she lands on top of the rooftop. Commissioner. Oh, Mom, I'm so glad to see you. What? It's just dumb. It's dumb. Like if you're going,
Glad you're here.
contraceptives at his worst again. He struck again. This time at a high school function. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Where's the Mormon church in this one? Oh.
The fertility clinic has struck again.
Southern Ohio Jackal, you know what else is hard when you're under the influence of weed? The ability to pass a Taco Bell and not stopping and getting $300 worth of food.
I don't know this either.
No, I can vouch for that too.
I don't know this. It does make sense.
It does.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I just don't know this.
This is Defenders Live.
Ding, ding.
I feel after the whole James Earl Jones joke earlier, I kind of totes my goats. I don't know. What are you doing?
I don't know.
Totes my goats. Anyway,
Totes my goats.
it's just too funny. I had to show that to the girlfriend. She's
It's a
never seen it.
good
It's
commercial.
So good.
So good.
And it holds up. It has nothing to do with
No,
the commercial. Actually, at the time, had nothing to do
with anything.
with anything.
It was
but-
it was a
well, it's supposed to be Sprint. I
Sprint
think.
cell phones or whatever.
But at the same time, like it didn't
it didn't matter.
matter. You
It's
could
just them reading.
just
off
them doing that.
texts.
It's all you need. It could be anything at that
Didn't
point.
matter at that point.
Anyway, getting back to the story where we left you hanging and titillated.
Where we left off.
Meanwhile, at this previous story we did, Southern Ohio Jackal over on Twitter, you know what else is hard when you're under the influence of weed? Is the ability to pass a Taco Bell and not stopping and getting $300 worth of food.
Once again, I don't know.
I can vouch for that.
You can vouch for that.
I can.
Okay. Well,
So,
as long as
of
one
course,
us can.
you know, to be fair,
To be fair.
I've done the same thing drunk too. Like it's just as easy.
See, with alcohol though, it's like Waffle House.
Well, but I mean that I've been in places that didn't have a Waffle House nearby. So like it was either Taco Bell or McDonald's.
Yeah, that does make sense. Taco Bell.
And
is
so
definitely
you
gonna
just
be the
kind of
go-away.
whoever gets, is sober enough to pick for you, you're just kind of all right, yeah, whatever. I'm good.
And they're usually going to the Taco Bell for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. But anyway.
Maybe because they're the ones that had to pay the bill.
So last we met,
Yes.
there was sounds like a bad joke. So lawmakers, Mormon church representatives, and medical marijuana people enter a room.
The gold room.
Yeah, well, that just sounds dirty in and of itself. But
They enter the gold room in the state capital of.
it does. But tell me, that
Utah.
doesn't sound like the opening to a joke.
It does.
I mean, come on.
Yep,
Anyway,
it does.
they were joined by the Utah Medical Association and law enforcement groups to announce a deal to legalize medical marijuana across the state.
Once again, there's one big question here. You have a group of religious people that don't even allow you to drink coffee.
Yeah. Yeah, which is weird because they'll let you have tea and they say it's because of the caffeine. It's like, there's caffeine in tea, dummy.
Yeah.
Anyway, everyone was there in large part because the church had to decide what they would be doing. I mean, it's, Utah. Utah pretty much is the Mormon church.
Yeah.
Or the Mormon church is Utah. I don't know.
Utah.
You can't
One or
say
the other.
one without the other.
Right.
It's
Hey, I'm going to Utah. Oh, good. You going to see the Mormons?
well, that's a dumb thing to say because you're going to
Utah.
You're going to Utah. Yeah, there's what, 6 people in Utah that aren't Mormon,
And that's those representatives.
and one of them is black. That's
And
how weird it is.
That's
That's
the
how
representatives. The
the
lawmakers.
the lawmakers.
top lawmakers.
Yeah,
That's those
the
ones.
lawmakers.
Those ones. That's
I
the
really do want to come up with a joke now.
Yeah, now we need to make one.
Lawmakers, Mormon church representatives, and
And marijuana.
marijuana people walk into a room.
Yep.
Anyway,
Walk into the gold room.
quote, you could just almost hear the teeth grinding of the law enforcement and some of the other people that were sitting there, having to play nice and say, oh, yeah, this is all kumbaya. Because it wasn't, said the former Republican Utah State Senator Mark
Madsen, yeah.
I almost said it wrong.
Yep.
Who worked to pass the medical marijuana legislation. The church, quote, made that happen, end quote. Despite the national popularity of legalizing marijuana, 14 states, mostly in the Deep South and the Great Plains, have not embraced it for medical use. Triangulating around growing support and nudging along with the personal touch of its members, the Mormon Church helped greenlight a medical marijuana program industry advocates may use to succeed in deeply conservative places like Idaho or Kansas. So the punchline to the joke is the Mormon Church is now into weed, which I would love, honestly. And I mean the true Mormon people, not the converts. I'm talking about the people that were raised in it.
Right, yeah.
The people who have been squeaky clean from, or I use that term loosely, from
the
birth.
ones that have always worn the magic underwear.
Yes,
Those
the
ones.
ones who have ridden their bicycles, far and yard to,
Right.
you
To all across the United States.
yeah, and parts of Canada. I would love to see one of them
Right, on missionary.
like dip into even from a medical standpoint.
Yeah, dip into the weeds.
Just to have one, be like, here's an edible, enjoy.
Hey, do you like gummy bears?
Pardon me, I was gonna say, pardon me, elder. Do you like gummy bears? Marijuana proponents knocked down several barriers in the industry this year, opening New York and Virginia to full legalization.
Ooh.
Even legalized medical cannabis in more conservative states like Alabama.
Right.
Most of the remaining states lack a ballot initiative process and have influential groups staunchly opposed to medical marijuana legalization.
Why?
Which is dumb at this point.
Okay.
I mean,
all right.
Every state, every state has the right to make their decision, but at this point, you might as well.
What is the point of not making marijuana legal?
Well, I mean,
What is the real objection to it?
well, I was getting. Well, let's parse
'Cause
it too.
I-
like I'm like the medical marijuana at least.
Okay.
At least.
Right, but here you go.
Like it's like there's
here's why I'm
states,
asking.
and I think here's one of them. Like
Yeah.
it's nothing.
Oh no, you can get it here.
Can you? Is
yeah,
it here? Okay.
with a prescription, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there's actually a huge production facility in Greensboro.
That's right. I remember that.
There's a
now.
huge,
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
a green,
yeah,
a
yeah.
huge greenhouse.
Yeah. I
Anyway,
know.
no. Okay. The reason why marijuana has been illegal was hemp.
Yeah.
Hemp,
Yeah.
the non-medicinal, non-medical, the non-high, the thing that doesn't do anything to you.
Yeah.
Hemp,
Yeah.
because it is perfect for rope. It is perfect for paper. It is completely renewable, and you don't have to.
You can make
cut
clothes
down.
out of it.
Yeah, you can make clothes, you can make paper, you can make rope, you can make furniture, you can make anything, and you can grow it within 6 months.
So one might say it's sustainable
It's incredibly sustainable,
and versatile.
but it's marijuana. It's not a strong THC marijuana, but it's marijuana.
Yeah.
So, hemp, which used to be used for pretty much all of that, was outlawed because of big paper at the time.
Yeah. There was a lot of,
Big paper, honestly,
which is a weird thing to say.
It's weird to say that the paper
The
industry,
paper tycoons of
the lumber mill and paper industry got pissed.
the Dunder Mifflins of the world. Oh,
The other ones, not the ones that actually provide the paper to the Dunder Mifflins.
oh yeah.
Yeah. Those people said that marijuana was bad enough, and they convinced enough people with enough money,
Yeah.
i.e., bribing the government,
Yeah.
to make it illegal. That's the only reason why.
Well, and they did it under the guise of safety and stuff. 'Cause
Oh
if you
yeah,
go back to the 50s.
Then you got
remember
Reefer Madness.
Yeah, Reefer Madness
Yep.
and everything else was huge.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's like,
It'll make you crazy.
no,
No.
bath salts make you crazy.
Yes, marijuana makes you hungry
Yeah, and
tired.
and lethargic.
Yeah,
Like it's a known fact.
it makes you slack and hungry,
If you're lazy, it makes you lazier.
or maybe not. It just
I don't know.
there, just
Yeah,
hungry
well,
at that
No,
point.
it makes you lazier.
Does it really?
Well, for like when I did it, and again, I didn't do it very often because I don't like it. I don't like.
So
It was weird. Like when the very first time I did it
uh-huh.
is the reason why I never liked it. I had just got out of the military, and so I'm a civilian.
You're
again.
whatever. Let's do it.
I'm like, I have no job. I have nothing. Screw it. And so I was hanging out with a girlfriend at the time and,
Yeah.
and her friend.
Yep.
And he pulls out this bong. And I'm like, okay, I've never done this before. And I find out later it was laced with,
With anything, it doesn't matter if it was.
yeah,
laced.
I
It's-
can't remember off the top of my head what it was laced with. It might have been acid. I can't remember. But I totally did not know what was going. Like it was to a point I was in the bathroom trying to make like throwing up is going to fix it. I'm trying to like
Get it out of your system
I'm like
anyway.
make it go away because every time I couldn't see.
Yeah.
You remember the ride the Gravitron?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you know that pressure, the G forces.
yeah.
Now imagine that, but it doesn't stop.
Yeah.
That's what I had.
But it's all the world around you.
Yeah, no. Like if I close my even blinking, it would. I quit breathing so many times that night. Like it's a wonder I'm still alive. So that was like and that was my first
Yeah.
experience with weed. And from that moment, I'm like,
Nah. Well, see, that makes sense. You
did.
got spiked.
and I'm kind of glad I did because then
You never went and
I
started
never,
doing it again.
yeah, I never really got into that.
That-
The only
that
other
makes sense.
time I ever did anything was there was a brief point for Thanksgiving was my dad, me, and my brother, and I only did it because it was one of those I could look back and go,
You split one with your dad.
it was a memory.
You
It
had
was-
one with your dad.
I had one with my dad and my
Yeah.
brother.
Right.
That was it. Like other than that, like when I had to drive an hour and a half home after that. Dude, it was so bad. Like for me, like it felt like my entire body was weighted down,
Yeah.
like just full of sand and junk. Like you know how your leg falls asleep.
Uh-huh.
Imagine that, but minus the pins and needles.
Just everything dead.
Yeah, I was just like, ugh.
So it was the good stuff, is what you're saying.
Apparently, I mean, that's what they tell me. I didn't like
It's
it.
apparently
but
the good stuff.
I didn't like
You
it.
didn't like that feeling, but it was the good stuff.
Yeah, apparently it was good stuff.
So I have a friend whose brothers,
Okay.
they have two brothers, and they get weed strength.
I've heard about that.
Have you
I've heard about
like
that.
these are like thin, gangly guys.
Yeah,
and I am
all of a sudden.
no, I mean this.
Yeah, I know.
Like before they move anything, they go and hit.
Mm-hmm.
And then they come back, and these two guys that look like they can't lift a paperweight suddenly start lifting fridges.
They're
and
lifting
shit.
pianos and junk.
Yeah,
and
not even
by
just
themselves.
fridges, you
Yeah.
know? Like, here,
deep-
strap it to my back.
Don't-
It's fine. I got this.
Don't worry about emptying that deep freezer, ma'am. I've got this. And
Yeah,
just
I'm not
hump it
even.
on your
Jo-
back
yeah,
and go.
that's what they do.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
What? 12 flights of stairs. I've got this. Just
This is
calm.
fine.
No big deal.
Just make sure you light one after.
yeah.
And you
Actually, ma'am, there's room in this deep freezer. If you want to cram more crap into it, I can drag it all
good.
in one
We're
go.
fine. Yeah, let's go. But no, they
I've heard
really
about
are
people like that.
And when I mean like they're thin, I mean they're my height. And
Like my dad.
they're like
you remember my dad?
130, 140 range.
Oh, worse than my
Like-
dad?
Like, well,
Like you remember him.
Yeah, yeah,
like he
yeah.
was.
maybe 150 at max.
Yeah, that's bigger than my dad.
like
Okay.
maybe 150 max.
Wow. Good Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of I've heard people that were able to do that.
Nope. I
no,
don't see it.
not me.
I don't see how it does.
Anyway, continuing on, quote, some of the legislators
Mm-hmm.
who are opposed to medical marijuana are opposed based on concerns that it somehow will lead to legalization,
Wait, what?
end quote. And that was from Karen O'Keefe, director of the state policy for the Marijuana Policy Project, a
So-
national pro-cannabis advocacy group focused on state legislatures and ballot initiatives.
Legislators who are opposed to medical marijuana are opposed because they're concerned that it will lead to legalization.
Yeah.
You do understand that the legislation is legalizing it.
Apparently, they don't catch that.
They're not getting that.
They don't.
It may only be a certain portion of it, but you do understand that it's legalizing marijuana.
They clearly are not aware of what their job
It's
is.
a limited legalization, but it's still legalizing
yeah.
marijuana.
Yeah. Again, I don't think these legislators know what their job is. I don't think they know what they do. I think they just kind of show up and be like, I'm here. I was told to be here at this time. They asked my name. I said here. That's all I did. I don't
That's
know
it.
anything else.
Nope.
Anyway, Utah's road to medical marijuana legalization ran directly through the Latter-day Saints because, again, Utah is Mormon. Mormon
it's all
is
of it.
Utah.
Yeah,
It's
it's the same thing. Now they're saying that the Mormon faith only makes up 60% of the state, but that's a lie.
Yeah, and nearly 90% of the state's legislature, according to the newspaper, the Salt Lake Tribune. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're going to say, well, it's only 60% of the state's population.
90% of their legislatures are Mormon. All right,
It's 90% is kind of
that's a lot.
A lot.
It's a lot.
One might say it's swayed to one side.
No.
I know. Church's influence over policy is so strong that the traditional bars are not legal in Utah, at least until 2003.
They didn't have a bar.
Nope.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because, they're clean. Some foreign delegations even imported their own beer to the 2002 Winter Olympics back in Salt Lake City.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard it's really pretty out there. I don't know if I could go to Utah. I really don't. I'll go to Montana.
I mean, I could probably go to Utah.
I don't know.
I'm not going to live there, but I could go there.
I don't know if I could even go there because after about 20 minutes or so, I'm going to be like, no.
You'd be like, I need a drink.
Yeah, I'm going to be walking around with a bottle and be like, I need Jameson. Where's it at?
It's nowhere.
It's not in the States, sir. I'm going to Montana. While
Montana looks the same and it better.
Yeah, I know. I don't have to deal with you people. Every 2 steps, someone's asking me, can we have time to talk to you about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
They're probably not like that there.
I would think not. When 90% of your legislature is made up of Mormons and when
They
60%
just
of the
assume you
population,
are.
everyone just assumes that you are, yeah. And so they spread out from Utah to the rest of the country.
Right. You'd be safest there.
You know how long it would take you to pedal your little bicycle from
Do you
From
understand
Utah to here?
how safe you are from the Jehovah's Witnesses in Utah?
Well, see, here's the question: is which would you rather deal with, a Jehovah's Witness or a Mormon?
It depends.
No. Like, on what? Do they have their bikes or not? What's
Well, it really does depend for me because I've worked with both.
No, I got that, but I'm saying,
And by that, I mean I've worked directly, like personally.
yeah, no, I got that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about door knocks right now.
Yeah.
Jehovah's Witness and a Mormon. Like, which would you Which would you be more like?
Both of them are rather confused.
Just a tad, but that's not my point. Like, which would you rather have at the door?
Honestly, I don't care.
That's.
I don't care.
But that's what I'm saying. So why were you like, well, at least you get to hide from the Mormons or from the Jehovah's Witnesses? Like, why?
It's the same thing, I know, but at least you don't have to worry about it.
Goodbye, frying pan. Hello, fire. That's all this is. It's
what I'm saying is they're not going to bother you, and you're also not going to get bothered from the Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So they're not going to bother you because
they know better than they know better than to cross into rival gang territory.
Right.
Can you? I don't know why, but I just saw this really jacked up version of West Side Story pop through my head. Only it's Mormons and Jehovah's Witnesses.
The Book of Mormon musical 2.
There you go. Newsies, the prequel. It's like I don't know why, but like it's just one has the Book of Mormon, the other one's walking around with the Watchtower. They roll up on their bikes.
No.
The tablet in the Watchtower.
Oh, God.
We've got the golden tablets.
We can do this, dude, all night
my
long.
God, that would be hilarious.
And then somebody comes up right from behind. Watchtower!
And all the Baptists are up there, up on like some ledge somewhere eating,
Just
like some
watching.
potluck going, wow, they're about to fight and kick each other's ass down
That's
there.
pretty good out there. It's a good show.
Can you hand me that biscuit?
With a side of diabetes.
That's later, pumpkin. There's
By
plenty-
the way, I mean sweet tea.
Yeah. I would See, this is one of the reasons why I could never be a waiter. Because if somebody asked for sweet tea, and we live in the South, somebody asked for sweet tea, I'd be like, hello, here is your glass of liquid diabetes.
Because it really is.
Because it is.
It really is.
And the good kind is the kind that you eat with a spoon.
Right?
Like you stir
It's
it.
super thick.
You pull your spoon out of there, and it almost drips like cough
Slow,
syrup.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's got that slow drip to it. And it's
Yeah.
just sugar.
Yeah, that's the good stuff. According to
Oh, sorry.
that's never mind.
No, you get-
I was
you
gonna say
fine.
the church official handbook, which many Mormons live by. Many Mormon. I thought. I've always been fascinated with the Mormon faith
Yeah.
because they have a handbook.
Yeah.
Like I thought.
The Book of Mormon.
No, I got that. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is like that's fascinating to me because
You have to have a handbook if you're going to convince that many people.
it's true. But I was gonna say Christians have a handbook too. It's called the Bible, and everyone gets to read it.
Well, now.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like the Book of Mormon, like here's the Bible. Oh, and here's your handbook. The do's and don'ts of the Mormon church.
Kind of a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
That's, yeah.
Because we had the golden tablet.
You drink of the coffee. You lose. Good day, sir. That's all I see. I feel bad because there are people who take Mormons seriously, and I follow.
Fine. I'm going to go to the Jehovah's Witnesses and never celebrate anything ever again.
Because that's what you want to do with your life. And then on the way, I'm going to forcefully just jam nails through the bottom of my feet.
Right.
I mean, if you're Mormon, I don't, it's not meant to be offensive. It's funny as hell to me. This stuff that is.
I understand. Everybody has their own faith, and
Yes.
we make fun of our own
Oh no, we absolutely do.
all
but
day long.
Today is just the Mormon's turn.
It's Mormons and Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah, it's Mormon. Because it's just so.
They're kind of the same in a way.
Because I
In a lot of ways.
I couldn't be a Mormon
Right.
because of their rules. Just like I could never be Catholic.
Right.
because
You don't like stooping little kids.
that's exactly it. I don't, or being stooped by some guy.
Right,
don't
it's not
know.
good.
Mm-mm. There's too much pressure to be a Catholic.
Yeah.
And there's too many rules.
There's a lot of pressure
Like, it's weird.
when you're there.
Well, I was gonna say that, like, this
When
weird,
you're there.
like, as a Catholic, the pressure is, you're going to hell. Everything you do, you're going to hell with.
Yep.
But like, it's just everything you do. Mormons is, well, not everything you do is going to put you in hell. However, we have a handbook. You know,
And it tells you what you need to do to stay out of hell.
I know, and it's a different kind of pressure, but it's still the same. It's
Yeah.
and always having to wear a button-up shirt and a tie, and
It's really weird. And then the magic underwear.
you got to pay for the huffy
And the magic
and
underwear.
the magic underwear is another weird one.
Don't forget the magic underwear.
At least it's not Scientology.
It's true.
That's
It's
a
true.
weird one altogether.
It's true.
But anyway, so
Yeah.
we've prattled on long enough. You know what? Yay, the Mormon
Yay,
Church. The
Mormon
Mormon Church.
Church.
The key to it is the Mormon Church allowed Utah to have medical marijuana. Hooray!
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if the
Actually,
weather is weird, it's because Satan, hell's freezing over.
That's
To
right.
put that mildly.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what it is. So the wife of El Chapo,
Okay.
the wife of El Chapo has pled guilty.
Which one? Doesn't he have like 100 of them or something like that? Or am I thinking of some Arabian guy?
Some Arabian guy.
Some foreign.
Yeah,
Or some
the Knights of Arabia. that's who you're thinking of.
Arabian Nights, like Arabian days, hotter than hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Anyway.
his wife, the wife of El Chapo,
Mm-hmm.
has pled guilty to charges in which she admitted that she helped run the Mexican drug kingpin's multi-billion-dollar crime empire.
Okay. Like, how's this a news
It's
thing?
it's a plea deal.
But who cares? Like, we knew this.
She's giving a plea deal
Okay.
in federal court in Washington on
Okay.
Thursday.
Okay.
The 31-year-old wife of El Chapo
Wow.
pled guilty to knowingly and willfully conspiring to the distribution of heroin, cocaine, marijuana, and meth.
Okay. Good, I guess. I don't understand. Like, again, I still don't understand the point of this as being a story.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
She also pled guilty to money laundering conspiracy charges and engaging in transactions with foreign narcotic traffickers.
Yeah, but again, I don't. No pun intended, but when you're that close to someone like El Chapo, like you're not oblivious. Like, technically, just you know what he does. He's not going to turn around and convince you that he's a piano instructor. You know what I mean? Like, just by association, you know. So, I mean, this is dumb.
Yep. See, this is a plea deal. It's a plea deal.
Mm-hmm.
Quote, this is an arm-length plea deal. She's happy to take responsibility to get on with her life. The only thing I can tell you, this is from her attorney,
Okay.
is that she is at peace with her decision. She's at peace with her decision to, say that she was part of the drug kingpin's life and
Okay.
did all the things.
Good,
And,
I guess.
they've been a married couple since she was 18.
Well, good for her. What is she going to do when she gets out? That's the question.
I don't think she's going anywhere. I think she's getting put in protective custody. Because she has twins as well.
Twin
Twin daughters. Yeah, I'm just saying. El Chapo's wife is now going away as well.
That's good. Oblivion flickering over on Twitter. Damn, there goes a left ear, bud. Now I can't hear a thing. Can you do the rest of the show in sign language? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I really am. I don't. It's my bad.
Reverberation there.
My bad. Sorry. Let's see. Asking for a friend, Jackal. I became friends with a delivery driver at a previous job. He was Mormon. I kept asking him questions during the 2012 election. He sent them to my house. That's why you never
That's your own fault.
You never become like friends with them because they're conniving. They're sneaky little bastards. They'll get you.
Mm-hmm.
They really will. Adam W. Johnson over Twitter. Isn't that how federalism is supposed to work, though? A group of like-minded people live in the area, and they run for the levels of government and dictate the majority of the people in that area, representative, Republican, all that.
Yeah, no, that's perfect.
I'm not,
Yeah,
I'm not poo-pooing it by any
that's
stretch of
fine.
the imagination. It's just funny.
It's just really good.
It's just
It's
funny.
just good comedy, man.
Yeah. Let's see. Still a free slug on Twitter. When I worked at the airport, Meet Jehovah's Witnesses was directly across the entrance of the Mormons, and they spent a lot of times just eyeballing each other. I can see that. Again, you don't cross that line. That's a bad thing.
Yeah, Big Pharma Steve over there on the Twitter. Growing up in a conservative church of Christ, I'm pretty sure all y'all are going to hell.
Oh, yeah.
Unless, of course, you sing out our shape-noted hymnals. And the only instruments allowed are pitch pipes.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. Well, and an organ.
Yeah,
You
right.
can get away
You
with
the
an organ.
You can get the pitch pipe.
And the 900-year-old lady who's sat there
She has
from
to
the
sit
beginning.
there. Yeah, she's never leave. She can never leave.
Her ass is like almost, it's literally imprinted
Glued.
in there.
It's glued there.
So
yeah, the
there you
cushions
go.
are no more.
You know what they don't have there, though, is in hell is American Pride Roasters coffee.
Oh, I know they don't, because it's a historically great coffee.
It is. It's guaranteed to make you swallow every time you put it in your mouth.
That's very true.
Go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com. That is AmericanPrideRoasters.com for pick up yours today. Go to Mojo50.com. Other great hosts and shows over there. They're all way better than me. Us.
Well,
we suck.
yeah,
They're way
yeah,
better.
yeah.
Check them out at Mojo50.com. Go to our website, DOAEshow.com. Check out the archives and the shop and all that good jazz.
Become a defender with us.
There you go. Do that too. You can be like the Knights Who Say Knee. Good
Who
guy
just
over
jumped
there.
in.
He did. Go to all the social medias at DOAE Show. Follow us on Facebook's at The Defenders Live Radio Show. We got another hour. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. That one up.
Holy crap.
It's Arabian days.
Summers are hot. Believe it or not.
I believe it, because it's sand in the desert.
It is.
It's the desert.
There was some video that I almost watched. Some guy was trying to convince it, or say something to the effect of that, like the Sahara Desert or whatever, was put there by aliens, or is a cover up of something else?
Yeah.
Because supposedly, like, there's actually like trees and shit underneath there.
Okay.
I almost fell for it. I didn't.
You almost did? It's close, right? It's horseshoes and hand grenades. That's where almost comes in. Do do do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Huh, let's see here. El Chapo. Double entry bookkeeping. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Double entry bookkeeping. Yeah.
Liquor, I don't even know her.
Ah. You let liquor. Dirty mouth. Clean it up with orbits.
You dirty potty mouth.
Such a good commercial.
You giant poo-poo head.
Biscuit eater.
Air biscuit eater. Mm-hmm. Da 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 da.
There's an air biscuit for you.
Da 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 da.
My Sharona.
Macaroni.
Do da da do ba do ba da ba boo doo ba.
Totes my goats.
Totes me goats.
Nah, I feel like I should be doing lines from The Lion King.
Simba.
Simba. Everything the light touches is our kingdom. A king's time as ruler rises and falls with the sun.
Luke, I am your father. Go ahead. Do it. You can do it right now.
I'm laughing too hard. I'm trying to remember because actually, I keep thinking of the video I saw where they say it's not actually how the line goes. Luke, I am your father.
It isn't true. No, it's not true. It's not possible.
I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I get up when I'm bleeding, ready, breathing. I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
I was 6 feet under.
Breakdown. Hi.
Hi.
I'm having fun with my DP
Voice.
Words are hard.
Words are hard.
I keep trying to think who else, like, okay, besides just James Earl Jones, like who else could,
Has that deep.
like what, but I'm saying like what other good line would be good? See, this is the time that you would do my favorite game, which is where you take lines from actors from movies and you stick them in places that they don't belong.
Right. Yeah.
Like, again, and if I could do it, I can't get that high anymore right now. But one of my favorite ones to do is Don Knotts playing Sir Ian McKellen's Gandalf or The Rings, doing the scene from right there at the beginning when he's talking to Bilbo about, you know, the ring. And I would try and do it, but I know I can't get that high. I can't get it, the inflection. But can you imagine him standing there in a little thing? I'm not trying to rob you, you know? Like, that's funny to me. And so I'm thinking, like, with this, you know, gravelly voice, like, what would be something that would be funny to say
It would be good.
that doesn't fit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That you know,
Doesn't fit in scene of.
like maybe, you know, a Don Knotts line or
Right.
something like that. I don't know. Maybe if somebody else can figure it out. I don't know.
Yeah, you guys can figure it out. Big Farmer Steve over there at Dylan Lyles. We didn't have a piano or an organ. Our church split off from the sinners who wanted to go get one. We were all a cappella.
Wow. That's
At least we had the pitch pipe. You know?
well, you have to if you're going to be an a cappella group.
Yeah, well, he said that his mother grew up in a church that only used tuning forks.
That's funny. At least it wasn't like just the triangle.
It's true.
Ding 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 ding.
No, it's
It's kind of hard to sing. What is that? What is it called? The Apostles' Creed or whatever.
yeah.
Heck on it. I can half hear it in my brain, but I can't sing it. Anyway, Big Farmer Steve over on Twitter. Say Andy Dufresne was a friend of mine.
But
But I have to do it like that. Okay.
yeah.
Hold on.
No, it's-
Andy Dufresne was a friend of mine. Is that it?
I think that's it.
Do you want me to do like the whole gift there too?
Yeah, man, what's up?
So an Andy Dufresne. Dufresne?
Dufresne.
Yeah, I
It's
guess.
Dufresne. It's pronounced Dufresne.
Okay. When Andy Dufresne came to me in 1949 and asked me to smuggle Rita Hayworth into prison for him, And that's all it has on there. I don't know what the rest of it is.
Andy Dufresne.
Andy Dufresne was my friend.
Mm-hmm. So,
There you go. So I guess we'll play this for the rest of the hour.
yeah, well, yeah, we'll
But-
play that game. There's a lady.
A lady, you
A
say.
lady.
A lady, you say.
A lady. This one, she actually identifies as a lady. So it's fine.
As far as you know.
Yes.
Okay.
She came from China.
Wow.
China, yes. And she came to America during after escaping Mao, actually.
Wow.
She escaped Mao.
So, but you're telling me is she's lucky to be alive.
Yeah. She's very lucky. And she has some things to say about critical race theory.
You don't say.
Yeah.
I can imagine she would.
Yeah, she's a bit concerned.
Just a tad.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, and she's got
Going
something
on
to
in
say.
our school. You are now training our children to be social justice warriors and to loathe our country and our history. Growing up in Mao's China, all this seemed very familiar. The communist regime used the same critical theory to divide people. The only difference is they use class instead of race. During the Cultural Revolution, I witnessed students and teachers turn against each other. We changed school names to be politically correct. We were taught to denounce our heritage. The Red Guards destroy anything that is not communist, old statues, books, and anything else.
Wow.
We are also encouraged to report on each other, just like the Student Equity Ambassador Program and the bias reporting system. This is indeed the American version of the Chinese Cultural Revolution. The critical race theory has its roots in cultural Marxism. It should have no place in our schools.
Wow.
She was quick, fast, and to the point.
She
but
was. I wish she would have slowed down a little bit.
She needed.
She
a
was
little bit
clearly
more.
nervous.
She was nervous, and she had it all written down.
Yeah.
But she needed to take the time to actually make the emphasis.
Yeah.
I'd say the delivery was problematic, but the words were right.
Yeah. I mean, just again, the fact that you can say, I survived Mao. I mean, not to sound like a complete ass, but not a lot of people can say that.
Right.
You know, that's
There's
a really small group right there.
There's
actually.
almost a couple 100 million people, something like that.
Yeah.
Say they can't. So yeah.
Wow. But but she's right. The fact that when you start trying to convince people to start hating other people, to start, it's always, because here's the problem. Right now it's white people are the bad things. Eventually they're going to move on to somebody else,
Right.
to some other demographic. I mean, I can't be the only person to notice this path. It was the patriarchy, and now it's white people. You notice that's starting to broaden just a little bit.
Right. Yeah.
Because it goes from, men to, or actually, I guess, narrow a little bit more, but
Yeah.
it goes from, the patriarchy, which could be all men, down to
White men.
white people and white as a whole. And then what are you going to go down to next? Then it's going to be what? Christians or
Well, we already know it's next.
Southerners or.
It's actually Asians next.
No, I know.
We already
that.
knew that.
Yeah, but.
That was next because apparently Asians are smarter than everybody.
But they're raised that way.
Right.
That's the thing.
They're actually raised in a manner
That's-
to teach them.
Yeah, that's their culture.
Yeah.
They don't care. They have standards. They say, "Look,
Well, they do care.
Yeah, well, I'm
They
saying
do care.
they're going to be. This is what is acceptable, and anything less than that
It's not acceptable.
is not acceptable.
It's
And we don't
dumb.
have that now. Ours is complete. America's is different.
Participation
We're
trophy.
back way.
Yep. Completely backwards. Yeah.
Yeah, it's completely backwards. It's no longer you maintain this standard or you fail. Now there is no standard. Everybody wins.
Right.
And you can't thrive as a nation, as a human being, if you don't have a challenge.
Right. And then you throw in things like critical race theory.
Yeah.
Which, exactly as she pointed out, is basically just communist propaganda.
Yeah.
It's crazy communist propaganda. That's all it is. It's to turn you against your neighbor.
Yep.
That's all. That's all it ever is. It's to sit there and force you to turn against your neighbor. If you want your children to be racist, then send them to school send them to schools specifically that teach critical race theory. They will become racist.
Yeah. I mean, this is, again, like she put, this is the beginnings of socialist communism.
Yep.
You know, what better way than to start convincing people that they have to abide by the state.
Right.
And you get the people around you to turn around and monitor it for you. And then all they got to do is go, oh, excuse me, my neighbor's not. And they've done the hard work.
Yeah. The footwork is held out by the people who are scared.
Yep. And then you spend the rest of your life going, I hope I don't say or do or look or have anything wrong because it could be my ass on the chopping block. Next.
Exactly. And China now has the same problem where they're doing the stuff with the social credit scores and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
Do you want us to go the way of China? Either Mao's China or current China. Either way, it's not really good.
It's not, yeah. You're
not great.
Not a lot of difference. I mean,
as far as, freedom and safety go, really not good. Because you know what? Without our freedoms, without our personal freedoms, without the ability to express what we have, we don't have safety.
No.
You don't have people that say that they want to sacrifice safety or they want to sacrifice their freedoms for safety. Literally don't get either.
Yeah. It's weird how that works out. Doesn't it?
Yeah.
So anyway.
I mean,
that was again.
It's a fast, quick thing, and I wish she had taken more time.
I wish she could have gotten
points.
more depth of it. Yeah.
Yeah. But she, obviously, they might have told her beforehand that she had a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
She was nervous. But she got her point across.
No, she did. I mean, the problem with it is there's a lot of people who come from places like communist China, who come from Russia, who come from these places, who know
they know the signs.
Yeah, they've lived this, and how many times have we heard messages like that from people?
A lot,
and no one wants to listen.
Nope.
And they came here to those particular people came here to get away from that. So what happens if America's gone now? Where do you go then?
Yeah.
Like there's nowhere else to go. The world is done. The world is full now. So I don't know.
Definitely true. You have a request.
Let's see. Just do what I do. Adam W. Johnson also on Twitter. Just do what I do. Sing in every key for the same song. Sometimes all at once. Now I can't do the all at once thing.
Depends. Can you do that like
the double tone?
The throat singing? Can you do that? Because that's amazing. That's amazing and scary at the same time. Like it sounds really scary at some time.
Yeah, it's irritating to me.
Is it really?
I don't like it. It drives me nuts. Like it. So you sound like crap with trying to put out two different tones, or you can just sing one tone properly.
What if you can't sing one tone properly?
It's got to be better than the crap coming out of your mouth now. It's got to. It's got to. Nights You Say Knee over on Twitter. The telltale for me when I have a cold and it impacts my voice is when I can sing Elvira perfectly, specifically the pampa mau mau part.
Right.
That's any Oak Ridge boys.
Right. Yeah.
Giddy up, pampa mau mau.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you can right now.
I'm not even that bad off, and I can do that.
Yeah. But then again, you're also
Barry White. You can't get enough of your love, babe.
Yeah, that's right. You got to do the song. It's good.
I thought, was that Barry White did that?
Yeah.
I didn't always think. I always thought it was maybe Al Green. I don't know. I didn't think it was Barry White for some reason.
Darling,
I can't get enough of your love, babe.
There you go.
I know the song. I for some stupid reason, didn't think it was him. I don't know. So, Dr. Anthony Fauci.
Bullshit.
I'm sorry. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry.
But I was the one that had something.
No, I'm fine. Sorry. I have a little. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the country's leading epidemiologist.
Sorry.
Stop.
Sorry.
I'm trying to get through this.
Sorry.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Do we need to call him up he can prescribe you something?
I'm just allergic to bullshit.
Do you need a lozenge?
I have them.
Anyway, the big D man. declared that many of the attacks on him were akin to attacks on science itself. That wasn't a joke. He's being dead serious. He means that. It's not a joke. Fauci made the comments while a guest on MSNBC's Meet the Press Daily with Chuck Todd, where he responded, sometimes angrily, to many of the critiques aimed at him personally. Quote, is your level of concern that we're going to discredit public health officials to the point of, look at Russia, they actually have a good vaccine and none of the citizens take it because they don't trust their own government, said Todd.
We don't trust our government either.
No. Well,
most of us.
Most of us don't.
Most of us don't.
But then again, I mean, look what Russia's been through.
Yeah.
Like, do you blame them?
I wouldn't blame them.
When you go through the Cold War in the Soviet Union, you kind of...
And you literally do what Russia's done.
Yeah, you wait in line for toilet paper.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, we've done that.
Oh, yeah, we did do that, didn't we? Not to the extreme, though.
Yeah. It's very dangerous, Chuck, because a lot of what you're seeing as attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science, because all of the things I've spoken about from the very beginning have been fundamentally based on science. That was not a joke either. He has. The man has always been talking about, don't hit it again. He's not joking. He's serious.
Allegedly.
No, he's serious.
Allegedly.
Okay. He's serious.
Allegedly.
Stop pushing buttons. Quote, sometimes those things were inconvenient truths for people. And there was pushback against me. So if you're going to try and get me as a public health official and a scientist, you're really attacking not only Dr. Anthony Fauci, you're attacking science. Stop it. He's not joking. And anybody that looks
He is a joke. It doesn't matter.
Anyone that looks at what is going on clearly sees that. You have to be asleep not to see that. That is what's going on, he added. Science and truth are being attacked, end quote.
Allegedly.
Fauci has been heavily criticized for first recommending that no one wear masks early in the pandemic and later supporting government-mandated mask requirements.
Right.
He's also been accused of being overly critical at the lab leak theory when many experts and media figures were describing it as a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
It has since gained prominence as a possible origin for the global pandemic.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Possible?
Possible, yeah.
Possible?
Possible, yeah. It's no longer conspiracy theory. It's a possibility.
Oh, how about its reality, folks?
Despite having Fauci lead his coronavirus task force, the former President Donald Trump has claimed that he was glad he didn't listen to Fauci and succeeded despite his recommendations.
That is very true.
In the same interview with Chuck Todd, Dr. Fauci responded to the controversy, saying that the data on the coronavirus changed and led to a different guideline on the masks.
Yeah, it went from no mask to 1 mask to 2 mask to 8 mask to no mask.
Yeah, to, a superhero named Mom who gets her powers through menstruation.
Right.
And he and other scientists have never been closed off to the possibility of the lab leak theory.
Even though you completely like you said, no,
Yeah,
it's
you
definitely
straight up
not. You
poo-pooed it.
literally denied everything about it.
I could be wrong, but as far as the CDC goes, they listen to you.
And actually, the CDC didn't listen to you.
Yeah, thank God, because it would have been worse.
Right.
Fauci said elsewhere in the interview that the vaccination goal should be that of 75 to 80% of the U.S. adults receive at least 1 dose of the vaccine, but
Why?
they should press ahead for an even higher vaccination rate.
Why?
Well,
Why do we need at least 1 dose?
have you not figured this out? This whole thing has been a temperature read.
I know.
That's all this was.
I know.
How
That's
many
the question.
people?
Why is the question, though?
No, for something else down the road.
Yeah, obviously.
Because if this is where you gauge it. If you can get 70% of the country to do something,
then you can get pretty much everybody.
then it's a start. Then you know where to kind of start niddling away at the other sides of it. So that way, the next time something comes around, you can finagle it and say what you need to, and then all of a sudden, ta-da! The entire country, with the exception of 5% group, who will be deemed insane and
Right.
militant and all this other stuff.
Yeah. So
There you go.
speaking of Fauci and science and science changing its mind
Constantly
about things.
and stuff, and
Right.
Stuff and things.
Yeah, former Trump advisor Peter Navarro has very strong words against Dr. Anthony Fauci.
Well, before you do that, this is actually good to be in between the two.
Okay.
Asking for a friend Jackal over on Twitter, Fauci says an attack on him is an attack on science. But don't worry, it's not a cult.
Allegedly.
That was right.
No, that absolutely was
Okay,
right.
good.
No,
Thank you. I'm just making sure.
I was just,
Pointing it out.
letting that lie there. Y'all can come to your own speculation.
Very true. Yep. So Peter Navarro is very upset with Dr. Anthony Fauci and for networks like CNN for dismissing the effectiveness of hydroxychloroquine when in effect against COVID-19.
Huh.
They have a new study out, by the way.
A new one.
A new study out literally just came out
Like just now?
just recently,
Oh.
like within the past week.
Ooh.
Yeah.
A study, you say?
New study finds that the treatment of the malaria drug, hydroxychloroquine, combined with zinc, has more than doubled the survival rates of coronavirus patients that were on ventilators.
Because usually, I mean,
When you're on a ventilator, you're like
you're
half
pretty
out.
much done.
Yeah, you're done,
it's,
man.
It's
Like it's out.
yeah, it's that
You
time.
can't breathe.
Yeah. And you're probably not coming back from it, depending.
Yeah, depending upon how strong your body is at that
Yeah.
point. Right.
So, the
Hydroxychloroquine, the thing that
zinc.
they were saying like you shouldn't be taking because it's going to kill you. Instead, wait for us to send you a new vaccination.
yeah.
That has now been proven to be twice as effective on the survivability of people that got so struck by the COVIDs that they were on ventilators,
But
despite the age.
the government knows more.
Despite the age.
Yeah.
Despite.
Government knows more.
Sure.
They know more than us.
Yeah. You want to know why it works?
Why?
Because hydroxychloroquine literally draws zinc into your body. And so if you take it with zinc, it makes your body absorb all of the zinc because your body can't absorb it very well.
Mm-hmm.
And this just forces it to.
Nice.
And zinc kills viruses.
You don't say.
Yeah, I do say.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Zinc kills viruses. Take zinc.
And all will be well. No pun intended.
Well, take zinc on a normal basis, and it'll be good for you. If you get really sick, take it with hydroxychloroquine, especially if you're sick from a virus, and more than likely you'll be better in a day or two.
Isn't that nice?
Isn't it funny?
Well, but it wasn't just because they were, and they were poo-pooing it only because of Trump.
Right, because Trump actually took it as like a giant concoction with a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
And he said that he completely got rid of the coronavirus in his system in a day and a half or something.
Yeah. However, I would.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, good for him. I would. The only reason though, I at least believed in it had nothing to do with Trump. It was the fact that how adamantly the government
Was
and
stopping
the
it?
experts were like trying to shut it down.
Yeah. When
Like, you-
everybody was shutting it down, but we were seeing nothing but good results from it.
Well, even when just the fact of the matter is, like I wasn't even seeing results. Like this is purely just off of
Everybody
kind
wants
of
to shut
how
down
hard they're
immediately.
pushing everyone to get the current vaccine.
I'm not getting it because of it.
Exactly. And the fact that you wanted to shut down something else as almost as adamantly means I probably should be having that.
Instead,
Mm-hmm.
because that is probably something that will help me as long as I'm not ODing on it.
Yeah.
Right.
But we can't have that because, then the government doesn't make money because of all the connections they have with,
Mm-hmm.
the pharmaceutical world.
So the Daily Mail pointed to an observational study on 255 COVID patients published by Medrix on May 31st. It was conducted by the Saints Barnabas Medical Center in New Jersey. The study, which has not been peer-reviewed, but that doesn't mean anything because peer review is literally trash.
Yeah, that just means that a bunch of people are going to read it and they're going to decide if they agree with it or not.
No, yeah. Peer-reviewed literally means that somebody got paid off to read it.
Yeah, it's peer-reviewed. Let's be honest, is the same thing as the third-party fact finders on Facebook.
Yeah, remember when the guys did when those scammers did the whole joke journal, scientific journal on transgendered or whatever it was.
Yep.
And they got peer-reviewed.
Yeah.
With good marks and got them in books and everything else just because.
Yeah. It's peer-reviewed. You just find the right people in your little echo chamber, and you get whatever you need.
Right. So when they went through, they're saying twice as effective.
Yeah.
But it's actually the survival rate was 2.9 times.
It's almost
three times. So almost 300% more effective.
Wow. Again, when you watch the government adamantly try and shut something down, and then you turn around and they start pushing something else.
Yeah. I'd be in the hospital adamantly saying if I had gotten COVID, which I don't think I ever did.
At least not that put you in the hospital anyway.
Right. But if it had and it put me in the hospital, I'd have been like, no. Zinc, hydroxychloroquine, here now.
Yeah.
Right now. Don't give me anything else. If you do, I'm going to sue you. I'd have done it. What?
It works.
What you laughing at?
Twitters. Yep. They're already jumping on that one.
Oh, I bet. We're getting to it, all right? We're getting there. We're getting there. Mm-hmm.
I'm hooked on a feeling. I'm high on believing that you're in love with me.
Love is sweet as candy. Always on my mind.
No, its taste is always on my mind.
Girl, you just don't realize
what you do to me. When you hold me
in your arms so tight,
you let me know that everything is all right. 'Cause I.
This is Defenders Live.
Oblivion flickering over on the Twitters. You need to stop looking ahead.
Yeah.
Stop reading ahead.
Told you stop sending out prep.
I know. I'm sorry.
You need to stop
It's my fault. It's my fault. I did that. It's my fault.
So apparently,
yeah,
Jeffrey Toobin is back.
Who?
Toobin.
Who?
You don't remember Jeffrey Toobin? Longtime CNN legal analyst, former New York writer, staff writer. I guess it's both. He's a staff writer. He was caught.
He writes with his staff?
Yeah, well, close. He was caught handling business on camera during a work Zoom call back in October.
Now, you say handling business.
Yeah.
Usually when people say handling business, they mean one of two things. One is usually during private times.
Yeah.
Actually, they're both during private times.
Yeah, they're both during private times.
One involves sitting on a toilet.
You could do that in this instance.
You could.
You could.
Okay.
from what I hear, makes cleanup a breeze.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay.
yeah, he had his hands full. He was
So what? He had his phone in his hand. Well, he was.
not.
I mean, I read while I'm.
No. He was relieving some pent up aggression.
Some.
He was freeing the demons.
He was spilling the beans.
Yeah, producing a sample of baby gravy. Yeah. I'm running out of. I'm realizing this is quickly going from PG into
much worse.
NC-17.
Much worse.
I
It's getting worse.
apologize, but I blanked and I wasn't going to leave dead air.
That's
So,
right. Well, that's fine.
whatever. But yeah, no. So he was busy getting to know himself on an intimate
Getting to know
level.
all about him.
Yeah, all the things about him. I know. But he did it on a Zoom call for work back in October.
Oh.
Following the incident and subsequent investigation, Toobin lost his New Yorker gig and took a many months long leave of absence from the CNNs.
Oh, so he left the New Yorker, or was tossed from the New Yorker,
Yeah,
and the CNNs just kind of said, "Yeah, later."
Yeah, they did. The CNN did what CNN does best, and that's keep people on until they absolutely can't do it anymore.
Right.
Toobin's ordeal and sudden unemployment was mocked and celebrated by many on the right.
Well, yeah, because why not?
Well, because he's just a douchebag. However, his left-wing colleagues were a bit more.
What do you mean?
Well, CNN's often mocked media critic Brian Stelter, who complained that Toobin was sidelined at a pivotal moment just before the 2020 election.
He was sidelined, you say?
Well, I would argue that he kind of took himself out of the game.
I would say that he was. It was a pivotal moment for him.
It absolutely was.
It was definitely a climax.
When you I see what you did there. When you have your hands that full, I mean, you can't exactly be expected to also handle that and the election.
Right. And I would never call it sidelined.
No, I wouldn't either.
Unless you're using your offhand.
Yeah, then it's just a stranger. Now that after several months of being off air, Toobin is back.
Mm-hmm.
Now.
Back in space?
Just
back from space?
Just a thought, and I don't know why. I do know why.
Yeah, you do know why.
Because he obviously can, it's better this way, blah, blah, blah. But with a name like Toobin, with the way that you lost your job, this story, announcing his return into the mainstream should not be, as I'm about to read, should not be to the liberal cable network that is apparently unable to find any other legal analyst able to perform and gratify the audience the way that Toobin does.
Sorry, did you just say he gratified the audience?
Yeah.
And performed?
Yeah, he did. Well, at least on himself. He was satisfied.
Yes. I don't think the audience was very happy with
so
what he did.
Toobin is back on CNN. But again, with his history, with the reason that he kind of had to take
I wonder if he was boob tubing.
Well, I was going to say, when I announced that he was back, my brain said he should have been back having started something similar to like Pornhub.
Yeah, that would have been,
With a name like Toobin,
Toobin.
it has to be good.
Right.
Like,
it's something.
That's what I thought.
It could have been easy going for him.
Oh, it would have been great. And I'm pretty sure it could have took off.
Yeah.
It could have made a splash.
Mm-hmm. He could have been pumped.
Again and again and again.
Couldn't hold that one in, huh?
No.
Sorry.
It was a mouthful.
Yep.
CNN anchor Allison Camerata introduced Toobin's return by first highlighting and detailing his embarrassing moment and then asking, "The hell were you thinking?"
He wasn't thinking about much. He was looking.
Well, he was thinking with the wrong one.
Right.
Yes, but obviously I wasn't thinking very well or very much, was his actual quote.
So we were right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He noted that he thought he had turned off his camera and said, I didn't think I was on the call. I didn't think other people could see me. The fact okay. I have to question this just a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's say, I mean, we're on a network.
Yeah, we are.
Right?
We are, yes.
Let's say, and let's not even say this because this is incredibly embarrassing. But let's say, I don't know, you get caught doing something.
Something.
There's a photograph or whatever.
Sure, which I'm sure there are somewhere.
Of course, I mean, obviously on this network, it's a little bit.
It's underrated.
It is when you have, Izzo's ass floating around all over the internet. And
Yeah, I mean, the worst thing that
yoga
somebody can
pants
get.
and blah, blah,
I've
blah.
already talked about the worst thing that somebody could have a photo of me in.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, let's assume
There was something else.
that you had something.
Okay, sure.
bad.
Yeah, all right.
Again, not quite to that level, maybe, but if we
Yeah,
have
yeah.
to go there, we can. Anyway,
Right.
and you take a break, you step back, and blah 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 blah.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Would you be okay coming back on the air and then being quizzed about it?
No.
That part. That's
Well, okay, no.
I guess it would depend on what it was. Okay,
depends
but
on what
we'd
it
have
is.
to say this.
It
Okay, so
depends
then
on what
let's
it
say
is.
you got caught doing this. Let's say this was you
Yeah, okay.
on here,
Uh-huh.
and you're back,
Right.
and I look at you and go, "What the hell?"
be like,
Would you really be willing? Like for me,
well,
maybe-
if you were the one that was asking me the question, yeah.
I don't know if I could be sitting that close to you anymore.
Right. No more handshakes. I guess. Yeah.
No, it damn sure wouldn't be eating anything in this house again. But you get what I'm saying. That is incredibly. Oof. I really couldn't show my face again. Not like that.
You'd be very embarrassed.
Especially to a network that you took a break from, were laid off from, whatever you want to call it.
Sure.
And now you're back.
Right.
I couldn't go back to that. A
Right.
different network, maybe. We don't ever talk about it again, maybe. But to walk back into your old network,
Same place.
same people, and then they turn around and quiz you about it and talk junk. No,
Nope.
no,
Done.
I couldn't
Nope.
do that.
Yeah,
I'd be
Oblivion
too
flickering on the Twitters there. Pornhub presents Lubin with Tubin.
See, that's exactly what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
That's
it could work.
it would make a fortune.
Well,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it fortune.
No, I think he could.
Wow.
I think he could.
I don't know.
It's the porn industry, dude. People make money off of that junk.
That's true. That's true.
It's always there.
So do you like apple pie? Like homemade apple pie?
Now I'm thinking of American Pie, but yeah, go ahead.
But really, like do you
Fresh,
like-
hot apple
Apple
pie.
pie.
Do you know what? We need to have apple pie at the 4th of July.
I think it'd be a good idea.
Speaking of 4th of July, real fast. 4th of July, come hang out with us.
Yeah.
Here in North Carolina, getting a little thing we got.
It's over on the Facebook pages and all the rest of it.
It's on the Facebook page at DOAE Show. I'm getting ready to make one. I keep saying I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that tomorrow, I believe. Put up the event for
On the,
on the new one.
Defenders Live radio
Defenders
show.
Live Radio Show Facebook page.
Yep.
And yeah, we're going to set that up. It's 4th of July. I think we got it starting about 3-ish,
Yeah.
somewhere around
Somewhere
there.
in
The guys from American Huddle are going to be hanging out with us. I believe the Operation Stop CPS ladies are going to be there. Tasting Jamaican. I almost said
There you
Picket-
go.
I almost said Tropic Chicken as well.
That would have been good.
Because I've been really wanting some of that.
Have you really? Mm-hmm. Taste in Jamaica is going to be there with all their sauces for you to sample or try or
And
even buy.
Yep.
Uh-huh. It's going to be $5 a plate for the food.
Yep.
And that's just that is literally just covering the people who are eating and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
Because these guys are buying it themselves.
Yeah, they offered to-
They offered.
Yeah, they offered to do it, and we want to kind of make
We
sure
wanna
that they
compensate
don't
them a little bit.
Little bit. We're planning on having fireworks, the whole thing. It's
Yep.
a great family fun event. We're going to
gonna
be
be
out
good
there. Go check it out. 4th of July. Come hang out with us.
Yes.
If you got any questions, if you're not on any of the Facebooks or anything like that, email us at doaeshow at gmail.com.
yes.
And we'll be able to answer any questions you have.
Want to help us out there?
We do need a head count as far as for said food.
So please let us know.
And I don't have the date in front of me, I apologize, but probably the week beforehand. So
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Monday before this is we're going to have a cutoff. So even if you're entertaining coming, like
We need to know.
Well, I was gonna say at that point it's a cutoff. So even if you say you're going afterwards, there may or may not be enough
Food
So,
at that point. So
just
let us
letting you know.
Yeah, and I mean, you're always more welcome to come.
Oh
It's
yeah,
fine.
even
No
if
big
you
deal.
don't eat, you're more than welcome to come and hang out and whatnot. But,
Yeah.
Anyway,
But really,
4th of July, 2021.
Yeah. So homemade apple pie.
Anyway, yeah, homemade apple pie. I do have. Oddly enough, like I don't when I think of apple pie, like my brain is like now. It's kind of like I know it's good, but I'm like, nah, there's something better out there. But then when I have it,
Yeah.
it's like, oh my god, where has this been?
Really good, especially with like a scoop of vanilla ice cream on top.
That a lot of people like that, and I like it that way too. It's all right.
When
but
it's hot apple pie and a scoop of vanilla.
I just like it plain.
Do you?
Believe it or not. I mean, I'll eat it with ice cream too. I've
Yeah.
done it before, but I
The a la mode.
yeah, I'm not picky. Just throw a slab of that on the plate and
I got you. Well, that's
or
fine.
give me, take your piece and I'll take the 10, and
Yeah, the rest of it.
that's fine.
That's it. Yeah. So, while you and I can enjoy that,
Yeah, because it's one of the few things you can eat.
well, it's cooked. It's cooked fruit, so I can have all the cooked fruit I want. Yeah. Anyway.
That's a whole nother discussion.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway.
Shut up. So while we enjoy it lovingly
Yes.
and wonderfully, it's great. Food writers and activist
Okay.
Raj Patel, not Riaz,
I wonder if they're any relation.
probably not. Do you understand how many Patels there are?
I know.
Wrote an article in The Guardian titled "Food Injustices Have Deep Roots." Let's start with American pie.
In
America's apple pie.
food injustice?
Food injustice has deep roots.
Food.
Yeah, injustice.
Injustice.
Injustice of the foods.
Are you talking about when people who boil cabbage? Like that's just
That is an injustice.
that's a travesty.
It is pretty bad.
Because I can't like the smell. Like that. It's not as bad
Collards.
as durian fruit. but-
Collard greens, bro.
Yeah, that's another one too. God bless America.
Jeez, boiled collard greens. Ugh.
Like I mean, what's funny is I can eat the snot out of
I can't.
old collard greens. I can't
I made a salad out of those before.
collard greens.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're pretty good.
fresh.
If you do that, yeah, fresh is completely different than like fried and with vinegar and all that crap.
Yeah, I did fresh. I like made them fresh. Like made a really good salad out of that junk. It was good.
No, the ones that's really fun to get people on is dandelion.
Oh yeah, I'll do dandelion all day.
Because it's funny because like you just go out in the yard and they're like, "What the
Just
hell
go
are
picking
you
up
doing?"
dandelion.
I'm like,
I'm making tea,
"Oh, that, yeah,
making tea, and then eat the rest.
yeah,
Yeah.
tastes like shit." But
No. Actually, the kids love it.
well, when you're hard up for it, I mean,
No, because we got it all over the place.
I know we do too.
And the kids will go out there, and my oldest has literally come back inside, like washed them off, and thrown them in there and sauteed them with butter.
Nice.
Like, all right, at least it's just dandelion.
Yeah, it's
Not a big deal.
seen worse, I
Yeah,
guess.
could
But
be worse.
I'm
Anyway,
still hung up on this whole
Yeah.
injustice.
yeah, it's an injustice.
Food injustice.
Yep. He claims that apple pie is rooted in colonialism and slavery, and he says, "quote In the drama of nationalist culture, the blood and international origins of the apple pie are subject to collective amnesia. The apple pie is as American as stolen land, wealth, and labor. We live its consequences today."
Does he not realize that he lives in a country that gives him the ability to have those things? I'm not saying that what was done in the past is right.
Yeah.
But again, the only true solution
Mm-hmm.
would be to completely get rid of it,
Yes.
to walk away, for everyone to honestly to go through 23andMe or whatever stupid thing that you're want to go with, and you find out your genealogy, at which point you're going to be in a real world of hurt when you realize you're like a collage, like most people are. But you find out what your dominant thing is and go back to that nation
Right.
and leave America and everything, and you're subject to them, and just leave America alone to, just be as it is.
Mm-hmm.
One, you can do that. Do you really think for a second that other countries aren't going to try and jump in to fill in that hole? I'm not saying what happened was bad, but dude, like,
Or it was good.
yeah, I mean, it
wasn't
was good. I mean, that's what I meant. It's not. It was not one bit of it was good, but
Still,
we're here.
Patel claimed apples traveled to the Western Hemisphere with Spanish colonists in the 1500s and what used to be called the Columbian Exchange, but is now better understood as the vast and ongoing genocide of indigenous people.
Hold on, is it ongoing? Ongoing implies that it's happening today.
Right.
So are you telling me that there are Spanish colonialists coming over here
With apples
with apples and killing indigenous people with them?
and then taking them and enslaving them?
Patel
believes that the planting of apple trees in Virginia were, quote, used to demonstrate to the state that the land had been improved.
Are you stupid? How about the fact that apple trees grow really good in Virginia because the soil is fertile?
He added, John Chapman, better known as Johnny Appleseed, took these markers of colonialized property to the frontier of the United States expansion with his trees that stood as a symbol that indigenous communities had extirpated, that they'd been kicked out.
The crazy thing about this is that this jackass actually believes this.
Maybe.
No, well, okay.
Maybe.
I was going to say, like, would you really sit and write about something like this with
Yes.
that much fervor that you don't believe?
Yes, because you don't actually know.
Yeah, you're just making something up to try and...
Right. Mhm.
So, again, but going back to this, so the point that he's trying to make is people planted apple trees as kind of like a marker, I guess.
Yeah, as a marking point to say that, hey, this is where the Indians are not.
So, I'm sorry, I keep laughing at this. So, apple trees were the sign of manifest destiny.
Apparently.
Shut the hell up.
Yeah. Encyclopedia Britannica states that the age of modern colonialism began in the 1500s following the European discovery of the sea routes around Africa's southern coast in 1488 and of the Americas in 1492. However, the first recorded recipe for apple pie was written in 1381 in England, according to the Smithsonian Magazine, noting that the pie was made with apples, figs, raisins, pears, and saffron, and most likely didn't include any sugar. That's because they didn't have any.
They didn't have any.
So that's why they did figs and raisins and pears.
They spiced it up because odds are the apples were probably tart, even being
The
cooked.
apples that they used were like the really crab apples. They were really like tart apples at the time. So, which came first? Western colonialism or the apple pie?
So is he trying to be deep, like reintroduce the chicken or egg concept?
Yeah.
Putz.
Yeah. That's what he's doing. The writer then links the sugar in the apple pie to slavery.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, no, not that the sugar on the crust is uniquely American. Sugar cane was brought to the United States by the Jesuits in 1751, but most U.S. sugar remained an import until the Haitian Revolution, when enslaved workers seized the French colony in 1791. European capitalists sought new sugarcane fields and workers. French merchants of sugar and slavery landed in Louisiana in the late 1700s. Within 50 years, the U.S. produced a quarter of the world's sugarcane, and New Orleans became a concomitant? What?
Yeah.
A giant hub of slave trade. Why? Why do you use that word? It doesn't even make... Nobody knows the word.
Anyway, again, things that were done in the past, horrible.
Sure.
A lot of horrible things.
Yes.
Not trying to mitigate that at all.
Right.
Having said that,
Mm-hmm.
I would argue that, and unlike this guy who's trying to just literally just start crap in every way he possibly can,
Yes.
I would say that the American apple pie recipe, as he so eloquently puts it, is actually a sign that out of, and I know people are going to be like, that it is actually a sign that good things can come out of a bad situation. Now, I understand that slavery and apple pie are not exactly on the exact level playing, they're not in the same ball field, and I got that. But there's a lot of good that came out of it. Like, we stopped it. It did stop,
Yeah.
And
we were the first.
Yes. We did everything the right way.
Well,
Okay, not everything and not all of it the right way.
right.
But
Thank you.
like we
were close.
We tried. And again, we're human. The problem with everybody's complaints about all this stuff is it's a human heart condition. That's the crux of it all. It will always be that. You can sit there and poo-poo apple pie all you want to.
Right.
You can poo-poo the past and how horrible it is, and we have to forget it, and we have to rewrite it, and yada, 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 yada. Well, or what you could do is, I don't know, be grateful for where you're at. And again, forget the apple pie part. The slavery and all that stuff, they say, it's what built America. Yeah, and America rocks.
Yep. You know
To
what
a point
You know
now,
what I
but-
hate? I hate the fact that meat pies aren't actually meat pies.
Yeah.
Originally, meat pies aren't meat pies. They were fruit pies.
Yeah.
Meat pies were like raisins and nuts. That was a meat pie.
Yeah. Meat pies today taste like
Well,
the ones I've had.
I believe meat pies are poison
And why do you say that?
because
Because you can't eat half of them.
no. Meat pies are poison
Uh-huh.
because in England there was a guy who killed a bunch of people and then baked them into pies.
Are you talking about the documentary of Sweeney Todd?
Yes.
The Devil Barber?
What is the difference between what he said there and what I just said?
Not a damn thing.
What is the difference? It makes no difference.
Nope.
Nothing.
It's the same. It's just so stupid.
Nothing whatsoever.
I like.
I'm never going to eat Chinese again because they use dogs and cats.
Okay.
Okay. What what?
I'm not going to Korea because I don't want dogs and cats. Like that's
the same thing.
What it
Like,
is.
Look. If you have a problem with the origins of food and how they came about originally, which you don't even know because you've just been like Google searching through Wikipedia,
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
if you have such a problem, stop eating and stop being a food critic or being whoever you are.
It's not even
even a food critic.
If your life is so good,
that all you can complain about is apple pie.
yeah. If you can, that's
You
where
can
you're
spend
at.
months researching apple pie and its origins to find out how wrong it is to eat it.
Yeah. Then I think your life is pretty effing good.
Oh yeah, you've got a great life.
I'm just saying.
Your life is awesome, dude.
Oblivion Flickering over on Twitter, the same people who raised hell about colonialism 400 years ago excuse and justify most recent atrocities by communists and Muslims. That's true.
And also colonialism.
I know. Johnny Appleseed planted apples because Johnny Appleseed liked cider, not because he was a colonialist.
Yeah.
That was from Still a Free Slug. Nights Husseini, hey, apples are racist now, y'all. Did you know they're white inside too?
No, I thought they were red inside.
No, they're red outside. An apple is white inside.
Oh, yeah.
But it does have some black parts.
It does. Sometimes.
So,
Sometimes. And its seeds are brown.
yeah.
Its core is brown.
Here's a good point. Still a Free Slug. If apple pie is colonial and racist, why does every single ethnic group in Europe have their own version?
It's a good question. It's
I
a
agree.
good question.
Yeah. Let's see. Big Pharma Steve, ice cream is all right. I can take it or leave it. I'm just glad to hear you're not like those sick, horrible, perverse, Satan worshiping. He said Satan. Satan worshiping, disgusting people who think it is all right to put cheese on apple pie.
I'm not going to say anything
That's
about that.
disgusting.
I have seen some people eat it, and they say it's amazing, and
no.
I'm like, I don't know.
No, you can go to hell and you die.
I don't know about that. My daughter earlier today put mustard on watermelon because she saw it on a video.
Okay. That's duh.
Mustard on a watermelon.
Yeah. Do you know why?
No.
Do you know there are people who put salt on a watermelon?
Yes, I know why that is.
Okay. Salt for okay.
Salt helps bring
Mustard.
out sweet.
Mustard is the only condiment that is like when you make it, there's no extra stuff. It's crushed
Just
mustard.
mustard
It's
seed,
mustard
yeah.
paste.
Yeah.
Okay. It is the closest variant to salt. When I was on like crazy diet, like last year, the year before, that's what they had. Like I couldn't do regular salt. The only condiment I could have was mustard to give you a salty flavor. And come to find out, it does
eventually,
throw it
yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's nothing new. Now, if you want to talk about putting something crazy on something,
Yeah.
then I have a watermelon. I put axle grease. That would be weird. That would be intriguing.
That'd be terrible.
You'd probably die.
You can also put cheese on your watermelon all you want.
That's disgusting. That's just dumb.
Cheese on fruit. I don't know about this.
Yeah, I don't. Anyway,
Uh-huh.
so there you go. You know
Yep.
what I'm going to have is I'm ready for it. I should have my coffee from American Pride Roasters should be in the next couple days.
Yeah.
Finally. Coming
Finally.
down from New York.
Oh, how did it get there?
I don't know. It made it to New York.
It must have gotten like
But
it took the wrong turn in Albuquerque.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently. But anyway, go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com. That's AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
Mm-hmm.
Historically great coffee, guaranteed to make you swallow every single time you put it in your mouth. AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
Yeah.
Go to our website, DOAEshow.com. Check out all the archives and become a defender with us and the shop and all that cool stuff. Follow us on all the social medias at DOAE Show. Oh, we'll be back tomorrow.
We will.
Tomorrow's Friday.
Yep.
Y'all have fun. We'll see you then. Bye, y'all.